Hello, today's video is on 5.4 Day 1 Compound Inequalities. So if you guys know anything about the word compound, it's when you have two things. So two separate inequalities joined by the word and or. I know I just wrote or. Yeah, that's fine. So an and inequality, when you hear the word and, it means you want both of them to be true. And when you see the word or for an inequality, or means you have a choice. You just want one of the two to be true. One or the other. Or. Okay, so let's talk about how you know. If you see the word and, it's going to be an and. So here's what it looks like. All real numbers that are greater than -2 and less than or equal to 1. So greater than -2 would be an open circle. Less than or equal to 1 would be a closed circle. And then the trick is, if it's an and, it's automatically always the inside. And if you really think about it, that's what it's saying. Greater than -2 would be going this way. Less than 1 would be going this way. So where they overlap is that section in the middle. We call it, and I'm going to be super annoying here, we call it a less than sandwich. Less than sandwich. Because and sounds like sandwich, and it's getting sandwich between the two circles. So whenever it's and, you make a sandwich. All right, now or is just the opposite, but it starts the same. So greater than or equal to 2, so that would be an open circle at 2. Less than -1 would be an open circle at -1. And when it's an or, just the opposite happens. You go off to the side, not the sandwich. Let's see if that makes sense. Greater than 2 would be going this way. Less than -1 would be going this way. So do you guys see the difference? The and is a in-betweener, and the or is off to the side, like oars in a boat. So here, we can draw like a canoe. See, and that's somebody oaring the canoe. Okay, now this video is going to be too long. All right, so on to the bottom. Let's see if you guys can distinguish which one's and, which one's or, and sketch the graph. So the easiest way to tell is if you see the word or, it's going to be the or. And if you see it written as a sandwich, a less than sandwich, with the X in the middle, it's an and. So let's try number 2. We're going to make a closed circle at -1, right? Because of that little or equal to sign. So closed circle at -1. And then we're going to do an open circle at 3 because it does not have that or equal to symbol. 3 is over here. And because it's written as a less than sandwich, you shade inside. All right, let's try one more of those. This would be an open circle at -4. And this would be an open circle at +3. And because it's written as a less than sandwich, you're going to shade inside. The and is always inside. And then some people think the ors are easier. For the ors, we shade to the outside. So let's do number 5. So X is greater than 3 would be an open circle. And greater means this way. And then X less than or equal to -2 would be a closed circle and left. So you just draw the ors. And then why not balance it out with one more? X is greater than or equal to 1 would be closed circle at 1. Less than -3 would be open circle. And when it's an or, you draw the ors off to the side. There's no reason I draw it. I just don't want it to overlap. I don't know. I think you could see it better if I draw it above. You can go straight. Doesn't have to be curvy. All right, now we're going to write some. Okay, so 9 through 14, if I give you the graph, can you write the inequality? So first you got to tell if it's an and or an or. And here's how you tell. This one's shading inside like a sandwich. So if it's a less than sandwich, it's an and. And here's what you do. This one, you start with the left point. It's at -1. And then you do the right point, and it's at 3. And then since it's a less than sandwich, the x goes in the middle. And because it's a less than sandwich, you're always going to put less thans. Now the one thing is, this one's filled in, so we have to put the extra slash. That's how you do a sandwich. All right, let's try one more sandwich, number 12. So again, the picture shows that it's shaded inside. There's no ors. So the leftmost point is -2, and the rightmost point is +2. And the x always goes in the middle, and it's a less than sandwich. So you're always going to make less thans. But the -2 is filled in, so the -2 gets the or equal to. All right, and then let's try a couple ors. Number 13 looks like an or, right? We got one here and here. And for the ors, you write two separate inequalities separated by the word or. Okay, so this one is x is left, so less than or equal to, what is that, -2. And then the other one is x is greater than +2. Okay, so for the ors, you just write them separate. Always write the x first. All right, so let's try 14. So we got to write this one and this one, separated by the word or. So this one is x is less than or equal to -3. And this one is x is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, so that's the difference between and or. All right, now we're going to write some, and then we'll practice all this tomorrow. Okay, so 17, all real numbers that are greater than -2 and, oh my God, and sandwich. Okay, so we're going to make our own sandwich. Oh, there's no number here. All real numbers greater than -2 and less than, let's put 5. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Okay, so when you're writing a less than sandwich, the smaller number goes first, the bigger number goes second, the x goes in the middle, and they're always less than symbols. Now you just have to check, do any of them say or equal to? No, so this is good. And then we're going to sketch a graph. So open circle at -2, open circle at +5, and if it's an and, we shade inside. It's just putting everything together now on these, nothing new. Okay, now 18 is an or, so if it's an or, we're going to write them separate. Okay, so let's pick the first one. All real numbers that are less than 0. So it'd be x is less than 0. Or, then we write the second one. All real numbers that are greater than or equal to 2. So you have to write x again for the or. Greater than or equal to 2. And then to graph an or, you draw the ors. This would be open circle at 0 and closed circle at 2. And then since it's an or, we go off to the side. Less than 0 is left. Greater than or equal to 2 is right. All right, guys, thanks for watching.